What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of El Jardín Perdido. Today, we're wiring frames. Alright guys, so I plan on adding a box to my B-box here, and they come with these frames. They are half size, and traditionally you can either buy these, not so traditionally, with a plastic mesh to kind of help out with forming the combs, help the bees, kind of give them a little head start there. But there's also a few alternatives. Traditionally, wire is used, and you can either kind of crisscross and make an X, or you can feed them straight through. But today what I'm going to use is 20-pound fishing wire. So this is my first time doing this. I've seen a few videos, but I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through it as I go through it. Alright guys, so a few things you'll need. I have, first off, I have the fishing line here, or some really thin wire. I would think like 20 gauge or something like that. I have some tack nails here. I have a hammer. I would specifically recommend a tack hammer, but we'll see how that goes. And of course some frames, empty frames to use. So let's set this to the side. We're going to go through one frame at a time. So essentially with my method, I'll be putting one nail down, feeding a wire through, coming out around, coming to the other side, and tacking it to another nail. So we'll see how that goes. Also, something people have recommended is to maybe place something underneath the frame so that it doesn't wobble too much. I'm a resourceful guy. I may just grab a wood chip or something to wedge under there for a little more stability. But I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys in closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing. All right, so we're gonna start by grabbing a few tack nails here. Very small, as you'll see. Just a couple for the first one. And I'm gonna go right above the first hole there. Just give it a little tap tap. I'm not putting it all the way through yet. Just stabilizing it. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. Yeah, tack nail would be very handy, but I'm not doing a ton of these. I guess I'm doing 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we're gonna grab some of the string here. And for now, I'm just gonna loosely feed things through. So they didn't pilot the best holes in all of them, but I managed to get through there. All right, so on this side, I'm gonna come around the outside. I'm gonna take this little piece of tape off. All right. Come around the outside, come back in this way. And I'm just making sure I have enough tension that I can do what I need to do. So I'm gonna do this side first, and I'm just gonna pull, wrap around. I don't know if you guys counted that. That might be 6 or 8 times. And tap that in. Okay. One last tap for good luck. And we'll give that a little snip. And now I'm going to give myself a little excess on this side, just so I have some to work with. But you're going to want a lot of tension, keep it tight, wrap around a few times. You might even want a little more tension than that. Okay, that feels good. And let's give those a few taps. Be careful with your frames. And there you go. Yeah, so this is really just kind of a form of guidance. So your comb gets kind of guided. If you don't have any kind of foundation, they could make the comb like all merged together within the frames or very crooked. That's one of the reasons why it's important to have your frames in a certain way, because if they're not in correctly, or if the box is unlevel, your comb will be unlevel. But yeah, this will just make it easier to pull out the combs, make sure they're uniform, but also make sure that the bees can naturally form their own comb out of their own wax. So what I'm going to do is finish up with the rest of these 9, and I really don't see any reason why the video has to be extended through those, but essentially I'm doing this because I'll be adding another box to my bee box over here. So that will be another video that'll be coming up shortly. I'll probably record that right after I finish all these, so you guys can anticipate that if you're interested. If you guys have any alternative methods or any plays on what I did, feel free to let me know in the comments. Also, if you haven't subscribed by now, be sure to do so, as I do have lots of videos of this nature. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, thanks for tuning in. Until next time.